guys, this is Daniel, this is DragonCrafts. Now, in today's video, I'm going to show you 5 cards from the recent Chaos Impact release. 5 cards that are not based for today's meta game. However, these 5 cards, I see a lot of potential for them. And yeah, this is not the usual top 5 cards where many people would put their top 5 cards of a set, for example in Chaos Impact. Everyone would agree, even me, that a card like, for example, IP Masquerena is the best card of Chaos Impact coming from that set. So yes, without further ado, let's go and hit the 5 cards. Now, these 5 cards are just randomized, there are no weaker or better, but I've seen potential when I see these cards by reading their effects. So, the first one that comes to mind is Gizmekiata, the Gleaming Vanguard. So, what about this card? Let's start with the effects. So, you can special summon this card from your hand by tributing one normal summoned monster. And you can only use each of the following effects of Gizmekiata, the Gleaming Vanguard, once per turn. And the first effect is, during your main phase, if this card was normal or special summon this turn, you can immediately after this effect resolves normal summon one monster. If you do, you cannot special summon monsters for the rest of this turn except monsters with the same original type as that monster. And the second effect is, if this card is special summoned by its own effect distributed, you gain 2050 life points. What's the rest about this card? It's a level 5, it's a machine, it's a light attribute. The 2050 attack points, 2050 defense points. But that is not the main issue of this card. The main issue of this card is the potentiality this card can give to each and every deck. So, the first thing that comes to mind is this card gives you an extra normal summon. So, while you normal summon a monster, you can tribute that monster, special summon Gizmekiata, and basically you get a second normal summon. In other words, you did not lose a monster and you gained a normal summon. So that would be special enough for an effect, but what's interesting is that this card is a light attribute, level 5 and machine, which can go very well with Cyber Dragons. So yeah, it could enable some crazy Cyber Dragon combos. You know, improvise, invent, but yeah, this card definitely is one of those 5 cards that I wanted to reveal to you. So, the second card I want to talk about is Hopier Squadron. Hopier Squadron is a level 2 wind attribute beast monster, which is also a tuner, and its effect is, during your opponent's main phase, quick effect, you can target one face-up monster you control, special summon this card from your hand, and if you do, immediately after this effect resolves, synchro summon one synchro monster using only this card you control and that target. You can only use this effect of Squadron once per turn. So, again, basically this could count as a hand trap. Quick effect, I mean, okay, maybe synchros today are not as they used to be once, but there are some synchro monsters that are still good today. I don't know, Black Rose Dragon, which upon summon it can destroy everything. So in a manner, Black Rose Dragon with Hopier Squadron becomes a quick effect monster. So you have other synchro monsters. There's a lot, guys. All you need to do is, again, improvise, invent. But I think this card could be very well received by the meta if someone chooses to play this card the right way. And guys, all these 5 cards for me have the same meaning about it. Yeah, so definitely a Hopier Squadron in those 5 cards. Now, the third card I want to talk about is Galaxy Satellite Dragon. Galaxy Satellite Dragon is a dark dragon monster linked to with 2000 attack points. And the link arrows are the usual bottom right, bottom left. Alright, so how about the effects? So, during the battle phase, which also is a quick effect, you can banish the script from your field or graveyard, then target one number Xyz monster you control, whose original attribute and type are light and dragon. Until the end of the battle phase, its attack becomes equal to the value of the number in its name times 100. Also, any battle damage your opponent takes is halved. And the other effect is, during your opponent's end phase, you can choose one card from your deck and place it on top of your deck. You can only use each effect of Galaxy Satellite Dragon once per turn. So, in my opinion, this card is very, very good. It has a lot of potential, typically in a dragon deck, because this card's material requires 2 dragon monsters. However, yes, there is this thing that you can banish this card from either your field or your graveyard. Whatever you do, you can activate. Then you target number Xyz monster, remembering it has to be a light and a dragon. And guys, you know, Xyz monsters that are light and dragons, and they are number monsters, there is a good number of them. To mention a few, number 100 Numeron Dragon, number 107 Galaxy Ice, Neo Galaxy Ice Tachyon Dragon, number 107 the Chaos Galaxy Ice Tachyon Dragon. So there is a lot of those cards. Yeah, the attack will become their number times 100. What does this mean? So let's take for an example number 100 Numeron Dragon. The attack of Numeron Dragon will go straight up to 10,000, and that its attack becomes 10,000. Yeah, the only issue is that any damage the opponent takes will be halved, but I guess with 10,000 attack, you're pretty sure going to inflict a whole lot of damage. That's the first effect, but what I see very special in this card is the second effect. The second effect is very unique for me. During your opponent's end phase, you choose any card from your deck and place it on top. This means you're choosing the card you're going to draw next turn, and that can be incredible, guys. And it's also very crucial, you know. So if a player can find a way to keep Galaxy Satellite Dragon on the field until the end of the opponent's turn, guys, during your next turn you can definitely turn the table around and take the advantage of the current duel you are in. However, another thing that makes this card even better is that it doesn't have to be link summoned for it to activate the second effect. So let's say Galaxy Satellite Dragon was destroyed or removed. Remember, guys, it has only 2000 attack points. It's not much. So yeah, during your opponent's end phase, if you have it face down, you can activate a card, I don't know, like Call of the Haunted, bring him back, and get a card for your next turn. So yeah, definitely, guys, I would check out on this card. It's very powerful, it's very good. Now, the fourth card would be Luna the Dark Spirit. Now, Luna the Dark Spirit, level 4 Dark Fiend monster, and the effect is cannot be normal summoned or set, must first be special summoned from your hand by banishing one dark monster from your graveyard. Once per turn, during your standby phase, inflict 500 damage to your opponent. This card's effect is pretty short, pretty neat, pretty straightforward. But what does make this card very good in today's meta? First of all, most of the decks in this meta play dark monsters. either Orcas based. Thunder Dragons can play Dark Monsters, even Sky Strikers with Sky Striker Ace Ray. There are other decks, but I cannot go through any deck. Even Luna Light Orcas deck can play them, but for me it's still an Orcas deck. So, but yeah, there's a great number of decks that play Dark Monsters, and being a level 4, it can also cater for level 4 for rank 4 Xyz monsters. I don't know, Abyss Dweller, Utopia to go for the OTK, Time Thief Redoer. There are a lot of cards that you can use Luna, the Dark Spirit, to go through. The second effect, once per turn during your standby phase, inflict 500 damage to your opponent. It is not the important part of this card. The really important part of this card is that you can banish one dark monster from your graveyard and special summon this card. And guys, this is not a once per turn effect, and also if she's summoned by this effect first, you can special summon it later from your graveyard, for example, because remember, must first be special summoned by banishing one dark monster. So definitely Luna the Dark Spirit in this top 5. Now, to finish this 5 list, I have Galactic Spiral Dragon. So I shown you Galactic Spiral Dragon in the deck video before, and I must confess to you, I misread something in this card. But nonetheless, still this card is very potentially good in today's deck. Remember, there is the Dragon Link deck, still viable, although Guard Dragon Agarpain is banned. But this card can be very, very crucial when you really need it. So, but let's go for the effect. So, while this card is in your hand or graveyard, if you control 2 or more light and or dark dragon monsters, you can special summon this card in defense position but banish it when it leaves the field. Then, during your main phase, you can make all monsters you currently control become level 8 until the end of this turn. You can only use each effect of Galactic Spiral Dragon once per turn. So, what's special about this card? It can be easily special summoned from either your hand or graveyard. That's already something. But the next big thing is it turns all monsters you currently control into level 8. Obviously excluding Link monsters and Xyz monsters because they don't have levels. Yeah, so this card enables crazy combos, guys. I've tested those combos. In fact, I've changed a bit. I changed a lot of my deck, to which I will post a new video of the new deck that I have, which will play along with this card very heavily. So this card is very important, but nonetheless for that deck, this card could be played easily in a Guard Dragon deck. You can make any level 8 that you require. This card doesn't restrict you to just dragon monsters, so it leaves you open to choose whatever monster you want to summon as long as it's rank 8. Yeah, the only downside of this card is that the 2 or more monsters you have to control have to be dragons. Either light or dark, or both light or both dark, it doesn't matter. Yeah, you special summon this card in the first position, and again, hand or graveyard, it doesn't matter. You banish it when it leaves the field, but quite frankly, guys, I would use it as a Xyz material and detach it and goes back to the graveyard for the next turn. So guys, those are the 5 cards I have for you. I know, guys, these cards may not be seen much in the meta, but I wish to bring these cards forward to you guys, maybe giving you some ideas about ways which you can play the deck in the future. If you like this video, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't. Click the notifications button so you'll be prompted every time I post a new video. With that said, see you guys in the next video. Bye.